So today, what I wanted to do was make a video about the Siege of Shanghai nighttime prototype in CTE. However, there's been some issues deploying it over to the CTE client, so unfortunately, we won't be able to playtest it this weekend. I don't think it'll be available to until later next week. But we do have some really awesome screenshots that TEASER showed off on his Twitter. I just want to show you guys because they look really damn impressive, and so you can get an idea on how the atmosphere is going to play out. Let's take a look at this image here, looking up at the building. As we can see, I think this is just the right amount of darkness and light, but like I said, it looks so damn impressive. I'm really annoyed we couldn't play test it this weekend. If we go to the next image here, once again, it looks great. We have the street lights and other light sources that lights up part of the environment just enough, but not too over the top. It's really important that the whole intense nighttime gameplay that we kind of got to experience during the Halloween event on Pearl Market is still a factor here. And if we just take a look at the D flag here, just showing off different places of the map, not entirely sure if this is correct, but I think I can see a slight fog over the water in the background, which is pretty awesome. It's going to help create that nice atmosphere. And in case you're thinking, oh, it doesn't look dark enough, well, take a look at this screenshot here. I'm not entirely sure the exact location, but it looks pretty damn dark to me. So yeah guys, there we have it. Judging by the screenshots here, I can't really say anything negative about it, apart from the issue of the 3D spotting, but I'm sure that's going to be tweaked for the nighttime maps. Anyway, so what I decided to do is overview the other updates from the latest patch. There's a lot of very interesting tweaks. There's one in particular I'm really goddamn happy about because I feel like it's been such a massive issue for the game. But first of all, the UCAV got a slight tweak to when you can use it once it's deployed. You need to wait 60 seconds before you can actually place it onto the ground, or in other words, you just need to kind of hold onto it until it's ready for deployment. I know some people out there will be pretty angry at this change because in the heat of the moment, you need to attack, let's say an air vehicle or something. You can't just deploy it and fire, but I think it's safe to say the UCAV does need some kind of changes. I don't know if this is the best way to do it, but please by all means leave your thoughts down below. So the MORTAR also had a similar tweak, but instead of 60 seconds, it's 30 seconds. I imagine this is how it's going to be for the UCAV as well, but as you can see, it won't let me use it until the cooldown is over. Also, if I pick up the MORTAR and place it back down, that 30-second cooldown is applied again. So like I said before, I do agree that these kinds of gadgets need some kind of tweaks, but I don't know if this is the best way to go about it. I guess this is just an easy way to reduce how much it gets used, which I have no issue with. I'm sure most players out there will agree these gadgets cause more harm than good to the game. So another tweak I'm really happy to talk about is how suppression affects weapon sway. This mechanic I've never really been that impressed by, but on CTE the weapon sway that you receive when using low powered optics, for example the Hollow and Cobra optics, have been reduced by 60%, and medium powered optics like the ACOG have been reduced by 30%. So let's compare that to retail BF4. I'm using the Cobra side here while taking suppression from the enemy using an LMG. It's pretty clear that the weapon sway is a lot more better on CTE. Just remember, this affects all low powered optics. And like I said, I've always hated this mechanic in the game. It just brings in more unnecessary randomness, which I'm glad DICE are trying to reduce. Let's take a look at the ACOG. Once again, the new value affects all medium range scopes. You won't notice a huge reduction like the close range sights because it's only been reduced by 30%, but it's still an improvement, which is great. So make sure to let me know your thoughts down below if you like this direction or you feel like the weapon sway was fine the way it was. So anyway, let's talk about the SRAW. In one of my earlier videos, I showed the SRAW viewable area while aiming down sight was increased. Well, it's been increased very slightly again. Let's compare that to retail BF4. As you can see, it's a pretty big difference. I'm sure these tweaks is very welcome, seeing as the SRAW did get hit pretty hard with some nerfs, which by the way, I think is coming very soon to retail BF4. And as for netcode, from what I can understand, there's been a fix to a certain issue on the client side when it comes to displaying the correct health after you take some damage. This only seems to happen very occasionally and it ends up looking like a really bad netcode problem. This issue used to happen a lot to me a while ago, but I rarely see it these days. I think Level Cap did a really good video about this problem a while ago if you want to check it out for yourself. Anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Like I said, I really wanted to show you the Siege of Shanghai nighttime prototype, but unfortunately it sounds like it won't be on CTE until late next week. Make sure to let me know your thoughts about the tweaks to the UCAV and MORTAR, and if you like the reduced weapon sway from the close and medium range sights. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.